boys and girls, today we are on lesson 89 and it looks like this. Make sure you have that and have your name written on it. All right, we are going to start with our spelling sounds. Number 1 is eh. It's just going to be E. Number 2 is th. Th. Number 3 is d. So we have D, or as a final sound, D, comma, E, D. Number 4, we have T. So we have T, or as a final sound, T, comma, E, D. Number 5 is P. P. Number 6 is Ng. That's NG. Number 7, we have N. That's just N. Number 8, we have Z. That's Z, comma, S, right? Number 9, we have A. O. And number 10, we have W. All right, go ahead and pause if you need to and make sure you have these down before I erase. All right, next we're going to practice spelling a couple words. Number 11, we have give. G, I, V. V, and then remember we can't end with a V, so we add an E at the end. Number 12 is have. H, A, V, and then again an E at the end. All right, go ahead and make sure you have those two down before I erase them. Next, we are going to learn our new sound. Let's look at these words. All right, we have oil, soil, coin, boy, soy, koi. What are we noticing in all of those words? We have that oi sound, right? All right, well, oi is called this is a new word, diphthong. So our OI is a diphthong. That's when we have two vowel sounds that come together. And we do an arc to show this, just like we would with combination, but we do the diphthong with the same thing. We do it like that. And then what else do you notice about our oi sound? We spell it two different ways, don't we? We spell it OI and OY. So we can see that OI is spelled if it's in the beginning of a word or the middle of a word, right? But then if it's at the end of a word, it's OY, because we don't typically end words in I's. So if it's at the end of the word, we're going to use OY, and if it's at the beginning of the word or middle, we're going to use OI. So remember that when we're practicing spelling, or if you have any of those words on your test. Also, just a reminder, when you're doing those assessments and say we said name and give the sound of this, it would be diphthong OY. That would be the answer. I don't know if I talk about that enough while we're going through it, but I just want to remind you. Or if it was this, it would be diphthong OI, and then the sound would be that oi sound. Okay, let's practice spelling a little bit with this. Number 13. Actually, with number 13, now if I ask you to give me the oi sound, you'd give me OI, or as a final sound, OY. Also, while I have these, let's look at our picture cards for these two. So we have a picture card for OY. This is something that you all have at home, I'm sure. Lots of them. A toy. So when we see this card, we would say toy, oi for the sound. So we can remember like toy at the end, that oi sound. This, I'm not going to lie, Miss White thought it was a toilet plunger, which would still work because you spell toilet, T-O-I-L-E-T. But I was wrong. It is an oil can. I think, or oil tester. I'm not exactly sure, but this is oil that's dripping out of it. So we would say oil, oi. Alrighty, let's practice a couple of words. Let's spell foil. We hear that oi sound in the middle, right? So on number 14, we'd spell F. And then we have that oi in the middle, and then ul, foil. Number 15, we have pointed. Again, we hear that oi in the middle, so p, oi, n, t, ed, and then our suffix ed. And then number 16, we're going to spell boy. So we hear that oi at the end, so it's b, and then oy, boy. All right, make sure you have those down. And we're going to code some words. All right, our first word to code, let Miss White find it. Coins. Number 17, coins. Remember when we have a suffix at the end, we box it off, and then we have our OI diphthong, and we're going to just do that little arc. Number 18, toy. Again, just the arc on that one. Pretty easy. Number 19, enjoy. Here we have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, so we're going to draw our line to separate the syllables there. And then here we have our diphthong there, and then here we have vowel, consonant, so our E gets a brev. Number 20, tomboy. Here we have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. We also have our OY diphthong. We're going to draw our line there. We have vowel, consonant, our O gets a brev. And number 21, avoided. So we have our suffix ed. We're going to box off. I realize you can't see it. Sorry about that. And then here, remember, we have vowel, consonant, vowel, which means we draw this line here. And then remember, avoided. So that A makes the sound. So it gets that schwa at the top. And then here we have our OY. OI, we're going to underline that, not OY, sorry. All right, go ahead and look at these and draw a line to the picture that matches the word. I erased that really fast. I'm sorry. If you need to go back and pause, go ahead and do that. Number 22, middle. Here we have that final stable syllable, DLE, where we cross off our E. And then we just have vowel consonants, so our I gets a brev. 23, helpless. Here we have our suffix, LESS, we're going to box off. We have vowel consonant, and our E gets a brev. 24, thunder. Here we have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. We're going to draw a line in between those. Here we have the ER combination. Here we have vowel consonants, so our U gets a brev, and then we have our TH digraph. 25, firm. This is a simple one. We just have our IR combination. It gets a little arc under it. And 26, quiz. We have our QU combination, so it gets a arc under it, and then just vowel consonant, so the I gets a breath. All right, go ahead and make sure you have those. Also draw a line from the word that matches the picture. And then let's look at your homework on the back real quick and see what that is. In this one, you are going to look at each of the people or things in the picture and write what they are doing. So it says the blank is skating. So who do you see that's skating? It looks like the boy. The boy is skating. So you're just going to fill that in from the little box up here. And then down here, you're going to practice those sight words, and I'll see you next time.